Hi everyone, Shelli Pelly. I know that the vast majority of you are very keyed into your overall wellness. If you have not yet heard about the hundreds and hundreds of people who have become violently ill after eating the Daily Harvest French lentil and leek crumbles, please watch this. Even though I am an affiliate with Daily Harvest, meaning if you purchase anything through Daily Harvest using one of my links, I would get paid. I do what I do regardless of what it means to my pocketbook. It's doing the right thing for the right reason. This is a story that has absolutely blown up the internet, and deservedly so, for a couple reasons. One, the degree to which these people are becoming so incredibly ill as to have gallbladders removed, but also because of the perception of the company's less than desirable response to the issues. Thanks in very large part to a number of influencers who have been using their platforms as a means to warn their subscribers, their public. Here's the deal. As of October 21st, there were 393 complaints with at least 133 patients requiring hospitalization. This is according to an update posted by the FDA on October 25th. The FDA reported that problems described by patients in the outbreak include gastrointestinal illness and or gallbladder illnesses. As of October 22nd, Daily Harvest itself reported having more than 400 customer complaints from customers who fell violently ill after eating their lentil crumbles. Furthermore, as many as 25 patients had to have their gallbladders removed. Here's the interesting thing. Why haven't you heard of it? I had not heard of it until today. Well, if you go on Daily Harvest's Instagram account, in their post feed, nowhere to be seen. Go onto their website, nowhere to be seen. On their homepage, I should say. Unless you specifically know what you are looking for, you will never know that it's there. And even if you do know what you're looking for, it takes some digging to actually find an update on it. That's not being fully transparent for something that is so incredibly awful. In a July 2022 statement, Daily Harvest said, quote, "At this time, we have identified Terra flower as the cause of the issue. Terra flower is made from the seed of the Terra tree." They continue, "This was the first and only time we've used Terra flower, which has been available and used in the North American market as a plant-based source of protein prior to our use. Our investigation team will continue working with the FDA, the Terra flower producer, and others to help determine what specifically made people sick." As you may surmise, the company is also facing several lawsuits from people who have become ill, and certainly from people who have had gallbladder removal following consumption of the product. Bill Marler is an attorney representing over 250 of these clients. It's still unknown, according to Marler, exactly what in the Terra flower was making people sick, whether it was a toxin or a chemical that's making them ill. Another big issue in this is what is called an arbitration clause. And if you're unfamiliar with an arbitration clause, it's essentially a clause that actually many companies nowadays will put into their terms and conditions that you probably unknowingly accept when you go to subscribe to a service like this. You lose the right to actually file suit against the company in the event of something exactly like this. And so instead of having your case presented in front of a jury, your case is presented in front of one person, which is an arbitrator. What does that mean? Generally speaking, an arbitrator is also a lawyer, and even though both parties, in this case Daily Harvest, and if you are the plaintiff yourself, would have the opportunity to choose and agree on an arbitrator, they are more likely than not attorneys who work in that specific food industry, and in the future are looking to be hired perhaps to defend a Daily Harvest. It's a little bit like not biting the hand that feeds you. Do you really think that they're going to give you a very large judgment? And if you've had your gallbladder out and been deathly ill, trust me, you want to make sure that you're taken care of not only for your medical bills to date, but for any future damages that you may incur. Otherwise, it's coming out of your own pocket. Do you really think that they're going to err on making sure that you are taken care of? Or do you think they're going to err on the side of making sure that they don't bite the hand that may potentially feed them in the future? Well, how do I know this? Well, I'm married to a lawyer. And so of course, I took the opportunity to ask him these questions, to talk to him about it today, and to get clarification on it. Most companies will say that arbitration is much better for the client because it's less expensive, it's easier, it's quicker. Okay, well, logic says that any company is putting into place policies and procedures that benefit and protect the company. They're not doing it because it's beneficial to you. So what can you do? Well, either deal with it and say, I'll take my chances, because really something like this is probably pretty rare, or you can look for different brands and companies that don't have an arbitration clause. One woman who had her gallbladder removed went to file suit against Daily Harvest. Daily Harvest is enforcing its arbitration clause, so she is bound to the arbitration system, which probably really isn't going to benefit her. Also of note, there's another meal delivery service called Revive that looks really to be a knockoff of Daily Harvest. They too have used the Terra flour in many of their smoothies, and they are having many of the same issues. Of course, not on as large of a scale as Daily Harvest, which was recently valued at being a $1 billion company as they went for VC funding. But clients of Revive who have ingested products with the Terra flour in it are having many of the same issues as Daily Harvest. I wanted to make you aware of the issues with Daily Harvest right now. Maybe you have some of these products in your freezer. They did do a recall, but again, you guys, I do this for a living and I just found out about this today. Now, maybe it's because I haven't used Daily Harvest in a long time. I don't particularly care for their product line. That's a whole nother ball of wax. But if I am just hearing about it, I'll bet most of you are just hearing about it. And this has been going on since July. Some of the stories that you read about are really heartbreaking and heart-wrenching. Wonder if it was you or somebody that you love. You eat a product and the next thing you know, you're in the hospital feeling like you're going to die and not knowing why. It's a big deal. Okay guys, thank you for listening. I will put links down below. If you have any questions or comments, please always comment below. And until a couple days from now, I'll see you soon. Bye y'all.
Tonight I'm gonna feel like